Time for an unpleasant blind guy. Conservative, but news consumers don't have a lot of time, so picking the right news outlet is always important. The issues that these outlets cover can help people make the right choices on where to get their news. One issue is highlighted in a story posted on January the 19th by Damon Bears, tech editor for the Huffington Post, with the headline, "Video games might have a butt problem." Games often emphasize the rumps of female characters, while male characters have their posteriors hidden. That's according to a new video published on YouTube on Tuesday by Anita Sarkeesian's Feminist Frequency channel, which has been a major source of controversy for some people rallying under the Gamergate banner. The latest video spotlights marketing materials and gameplay footage from several video games to illustrate how female characters are often sexualized. This, by Ms. Sarkeesian and the Huffington Post, is considered to be an issue that you should pay attention to, along with other such issues as income inequality and global warming. Other outlets, such as the Exceptional Conservative Show, hosted by Ken McClinton, prefer to focus on stories affecting real people, such as that posted on February the 9th by Jackie Benson of WRC-TV Channel 4, Washington, D.C.
DC Fire and EMS has had so many medical directors over the last decade that the resignation of Dr. Gillette Saucy might not have even made the news, except for her resignation letter.
I took an oath a really long time ago, and I take it incredibly seriously.
The 4-page resignation letter that marks the end of Dr. Gillette Saucy's 7 months as medical director of DC Fire and Emergency Medical Services is brutally frank. In it, she cites a near-complete lack of departmental cooperation with her mandate from Mayor Muriel Bowser to reform and raise the quality of the district's ambulance service, specifically training.
Being unable to assess where we were from a baseline so that I could guide the training appropriately was a red flag.
In our conversation tonight, she referenced the 2006 death of David Rosenbaum and the 2014 death of Medrick Cecil Mills. Each man's death was the subject of an extensive investigation into improper care by first responders. Each time, city officials promised change. Dr. Saucy's resignation letter added another name to that list, a reference, one she clearly agonized over, to what she called the survivable injury of a 35-year-old man who died after being stabbed Wednesday morning. She wrote, "It took more than 18 minutes for a transport ambulance to arrive," adding, "We failed this young man, and it did not make the news."
Just like Mr. Mills and any other names that we could talk about, Mr. Rosenbaum, they deserve to know that their lives are not lost in vain.
I spoke tonight to Ed Smith. He is with the union that represents rank and file DC Fire and EMS members, and he told me that the union did offer a number of alternatives to Dr. Saucy's plan for a comprehensive, very comprehensive assessment of training and procedures.
Jackie Benson, thank you. We also just heard from Mayor Bowser's office about this. A spokesman says, quote, "The mayor is committed to reforming fire and EMS and has put in place a fire chief and supporting team to do just that." He went on to say, "We are committed to improving patient outcomes and delivering the change that residents expect and deserve."
And as those who have listened to the Unpleasant Blind Guy or the Exceptional Conservative Show understand, for the past 2 years, this commitment has only taken the form of words. You have the choice where to get your news. From outlets that highlight trivial and made-up issues, or outlets committed to holding government responsible for its actions. For your own sake, choose wisely. This has been an Unpleasant Blind Guy, Conservative, but